Okay, this is the homework check for the 4th grade group that is working on the quarter 2 material. We'll start with our rounding. We're working with this number, 278,457. We're first going to start with the nearest 100. And the 4 is in the hundreds place. So what we do, we bring down everything and stop when we get to the underlined digit. We circle the digit to the right. We stop there because it might change. And the circled number tells us what to do. If it's 5 or higher, then we round the 4 up to a 5. This circle is to remind me that everything to the right becomes zeros. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. To the nearest 1,000. So I underline the thousands place. I copy down the 2 and the 7, but I stop when I get to the 8 because it might change. We circle the digit next to it. It is not a 5 or higher, so our choices are go up or stay the same, and that 8 gets to stay the same. This circle is to remind me that from that point on, everything becomes zeros. Okay? Go on to the 10,000s place. That would be the 7. So we're going to go ahead and write down our 2 and then stop. Circle the digit to the right. 8 is 5 or higher, so we round the 7 up to an 8. This circle is to remind me that everything to the right becomes zeros. Finding the difference always means subtract. You have to be careful that we keep that larger number on top. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 6, we can't do that, so we're looking for help. The 0 can't help us. We go to the 2, let's borrow. 0 becomes a 10, and we have to start again. The 4 still needs help, but this time when he goes to his neighbor has something to give him. So 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. 9 minus 2 is 7. Now 1 needs some help. He's going to get it from the 4, become an 11. 11 minus 7 is 4, and 3 minus 0 is 3. So our final answer is 34,782. Finding the quotient means we're going to divide. We stretch out. We stretch out our dividend. Okay, and remember when you draw your lines now, put it right behind the number. You have to have room to write a digit in front. Making groups of 7. Out of 5, you can't get any groups of 7. 0 times 7 is 0. Subtract, we get 5. The leftovers come up. Now we're looking at 53. And hey, 7 times 7 is 49, remember? And that's a difference of 4. Now we're looking at groups of 7 out of 47. That's going to be a little bit less. 6 times 7 is 42. Difference of 5. Okay, now we're looking at 58. How about 8 times 7 is 56? That gives us a remainder of 2. So R2. So our final answer here, I don't have to mess with the 0. It's really 768 with a remainder of 2. The tennis teams of Atlanta need to order tennis balls for the upcoming tournament. They will need 2,367 tennis balls. If each can holds 5 tennis balls, how many cans will they need to purchase? This is how many they need. They're sold in bunches of 5. So I need to see how many bunches of 5 can we get out of this big number. So we're going to put our dividend, and then our divisor, dividing them into groups of 5, drawing our lines right behind the numbers, and we're making groups of 5. Can't get any out of 2. Leftovers come up. 4 times 5 is 20. Difference of 3. Now 7 times 5 is 35. Difference of 1. And 3 times 5 is 15. Difference of 2. Now it says how many cans will they need to purchase. So this many cans would give us almost all of what we need, all but 2 of the balls. So if we only bought 473 cans, we would be 2 tennis balls short. So we'd better buy another can. You see what I'm saying? We have to buy 474 cans so that we will have enough. That'll actually give us 3 extra, won't it? Because out of that last can, we'll need 2 of them. And a can has 5, so that would give us 3 extras. All right, create a pattern with n times 2. All right, and then we'll get an output after we apply our rule. You can start anywhere you want to. You just need to go in order once you start. And we'll do 5 out. If we start with 1, it'd be 1 times 2, and that's 2. If we start with 2, 2 times 2 is 4. If we start with 3, 3 times 2 is 6. If n is 4, then 4 times 2 is 8. And if n is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. And there's our pattern. Order the fractions from least to greatest. So this time, we need to do 3 stacked rectangles because we're going to compare. The mistake I see some kids make is they color randomly where the pieces are, but we must go from left to right when we color them in to see which is the biggest. So the top one we're going to make into fifths, which is kind of hard. It's an odd number. So I'll put 1 piece in the middle, and I know I need 2 on each side, and I'm going to color in 3 of those. Okay, the next one I'm going to make into 8s. That's easier. I can split it in half first, and half again, and half the halves. That will give me 4 on the left. And now I need 4 on the right for 8 pieces, and I get to color in all but one of them for 7/8. The last one I get to make 7ths. So I get to put that right in the middle, and I know those slices will be a little bit less than my 5ths that I did at the top. Okay, and I need 3 on each side. And I get to color in 4 of them. So now it's easy for us to see that the last one here, the 4/7, is the least. The next biggest is this one here, which is the 3/5. And finally, the largest is the 7/8. Okay, now we need to decompose or break apart this fraction. The most basic way we've been doing this is to do all into pieces, all into 7ths here. We need to do it 5 times. Do 3, 4, 5. Or you could get really fancy and do something like 4/7 plus 1/7 equals 5/7. You could also do 3/7 plus 2/7 equals 5/7. Okay, just so you know that decompose means to break apart. Now we need to draw a model to represent the improper fraction. So in this one, we're going to split all of these into thirds because that's what the denominator tells us the size of the pieces. And when I do thirds in a circle, I try to make a big Y to the center point. That gets pretty close with equal pieces. So now they're all thirds, and we're to color in 7 of them. So if I color in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we have 7 thirds. Now it's a piece of cake to see that, look, we've got 2 as our whole number, and we've got 1/3 of another one. So we have 2 wholes plus 1/3 of another one, 2 and 1/3. And that is our mixed number. Now when we find the difference, we first have to color in what we see here. So let's go ahead and color in 5 of these sevenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can truly see there's 2 extra there. Now we have to do what it says. We have to take away 4 of the sevenths. So what we're going to do is mark them out, just crisscross. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can see that we are left with just 1/7. And that's it for today.